And welcome back, everybody, to the 56th episode of Unravel. Today, before we're going to be getting into any of this stuff, I'm going to have to make my players stop showing their feet to the webcams. Thank you. Please don't. Don't do it. We are going to be getting into tonight's episode. But before we're going to be getting into any of that stuff, a few quick announcements that I have been repeating for a while. Go check out our YouTube. I put down the new logo of Unravel down in the Twitch description. If you click on it, you go to our YouTube channel where all the other previous episodes have been uploaded. Also, if you're on our YouTube now, go check out our Twitch. It's up in the banner and in the description. Apart from that, I would also like to call some attention to the fact that Cherry has taken over the Unravel D&D. If you go to Instagram, and you type in Unravel D&D, you can go and find new posts done by her. Next to that, I have also started Murph's Magical Merchandise, which is a Twitter account where I'm posting most, if not all, of the magic items that come up in the show that are created by me personally. And the DMs podcast every Wednesday, don't forget that. That's going to be this Wednesday, I think, as well. So don't forget to come and check that out.
I mean, it should be.
Those are, I think, all the announcements that we have to go through. So apart from that, we'll be getting into tonight's episode of Unravel. So, by the way, Cherry's still not going to be here. She'll be back this Friday. As the party had gotten back to Donskar after losing Thyrus, the party did some shopping. And also, they asked Murph if they were able to transport them through teleportation back to the city of Newcastle, where some of the party has been quite some time ago. You would ask Murph to teleport you there to go and investigate on the imprisonment of one of Friedrich's old friends. You went to the city and, disguising yourselves as hobgoblins, you made your way through the war camp as the hobgoblins from the Shao had taken over the city. You searched through most of the city, utilizing a couple of invisibility spells and some pretty good stealth rolls. You eventually made your way over to the prison underneath the town hall, where you found two individuals being locked up, one of which was a Bright Rider, someone who used to work with Thyrus. Before Thyrus killed him, he subsequently was, what you most likely figured out, resurrected and continued on his duties, eventually being captured as a prisoner of war. And also finding Sneak, the tiefling friend of Friedrich, and at the same time enemy of Lockett, although she had not yet figured that out. You fought off hobgoblins that were running into this underground prison area as Friedrich was drawing up a teleportation circle. Eventually, you also fought this 7 to 8 foot tall, heavily armored hobgoblin, some type of commander, who seemed to have a particular interest in Ventra, and actively avoided hurting her, although not going for free shots against all of her allies. Eventually, you did make your way back, together with all the members of your party, including the now added persons of Muriel and Sneak. You find yourselves teleported back to which Friedrich only knows at this point, the town hall of Donskar. You're standing in a larger stone room where the glow of the teleportation circle had just barely faded away. There's a little bit of a hallway ahead of you and an archway which leads out to the main section of this the town hall itself. Same place where Ned had picked up the Hill Giant contract. And as you guys all stand there, the two people that you've dragged with you kind of look around semi-nervously, as they are not exactly aware of where they are at the moment. Sneak is a little bit more relieved and not that suspicious. But as you do get teleported there, Friedrich, you immediately get approached by Mirel, the currently dressed in the Bright Rider uniform in which you have seen Thyros as well. Or actually, you haven't seen Thyros in this uniform, but the others have. He approaches you and suddenly kind of keeps to the back of the group, make sure that he isn't that visible, and simply whispers to you, "Where are we at the moment?"
I'll whisper back so to keep we're at Dawnscar at this point. I only have 2 cities to teleport to. This was the best one.
You see coming through the hallway, approaching you now, dressed in the similar half-plated armor combined with the gamsons, a city guard of Donskern. Kind of move their way up. They both hold there for a moment, one of which speaks out. Excuse me, the representative of this group. Anybody?
I mean, I teleported us here, so
Very well.
I can address you.
Who are you and what is your business? We just have to verify.
My name is Friedrich Willem. I was staying in this city a couple of nights ago, or well, last night, and went out for some business. Got back in.
Very well. Please stay here a moment.
Bit early.
Please stay here a moment. We will be able to allow you into the city very shortly. And one of the two, they both turn around, one of which kind of stays in the hallway to prevent you exiting. The other disappears around the corner, seemingly to go and get someone. So the 6 of you are left in the small room there.
I'll just stand next to the in front of the guards, just where.
Fred. Where are we exactly in Donskar? Is this the town?
It's the town hall. Yeah.
Oh.
It's where the spell leads you to.
All right.
You do hear Friedrich coming up behind you. You all hear the faint unbuckling of pieces of armor as Mirel kind of standing there goes, well, I do thank you a lot for what you've done for me. Although, is there any chance you can bring me somewhere else?
Like
not at this point.
Shit. And he kind of he's kind of rolling up his stabard that he had taken off, and he goes, well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be too happy with me being in this city. Can anybody help me hide this?
Just don't act as suspicious as you do. And I pull a bag of holding in front of him, put it in there.
He shoves it in and he goes, thanks. And kind of stays to the back now, having the obvious piece of equipment removed from his body. He kind of stays behind Ventra. Ventra kind of stares blankly ahead of her and at the floor. Doesn't seem to have noticed any of the conversation you had with the guard before or anything that's going on here now.
Ventra, are you okay?
Ventra doesn't respond for a moment before shaking her head. I'm okay. Just give me some time. You guys hear the guard reapproach from the opposite end of the hallway. The guard that was still staying there turns around with them now, approaching. You see the 2 guards that approached it in the first place, together with the head of the guard force here in Donskar. You see
You've seen him before, right?
You've seen her before. The larger hobgoblin woman with some of the rugged face and armor. Makes her way over, and she steps forward. She had this small book of notes, and she goes, "Who exactly wants to?" Oh, it's
Willem. We've met before.
Yeah, we have.
Hi.
Well,
Hello.
just give me a moment. I'll need to write down your group, and she kind of brushes it down, folds it again. She's like, "Nice to have seen you. You're free to go. No problem."
Thank you very much. Well, have a pleasant evening or morning. Well,
Midnight.
thinking about it.
Day.
Midnight, morning.
Good day to you.
You all batter up, moving your way through the now seeming not necessarily abandoned but very empty town hall. Stepping out onto the large marketplace with all the closed stands. The city is quiet at this hour, but you all have made your way back to Donskar safely.
That was quick.
Well,
Works pretty well.
it was, but I kinda need to sleep now, I guess. I mean,
You
it's,
what?
it's
You what?
late and I'm tired, so
Yeah,
Oh, sleeping.
yeah.
sounds like a good idea. I don't. I walk up to the one who the bride rider.
Mhm.
Sorry, what was your name again?
My name's Muriel. I guess I'm
I could
going to have to
take
find
you
another.
somewhere. I could take you somewhere tomorrow, but I would have to talk. I would have to make some arrangements first.
Of course. I would just be appreciative if I was literally anywhere but where I came from and where I am now.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
not gonna
what's
be a
wrong
problem.
with being here?
I'm not sure if you're aware of much that's going on, but if you say that we're in Donskar, the country that I was fighting for is currently at war with this one. So,
Well, what if you just stop fighting? I mean, didn't pan off too well for you.
kind of just ignores you and keeps on walking with wherever this group's currently moving.
Towards the tavern.
Feeling almost.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hmm?
No, go ahead.
oh, okay. I wanted to say, I guess I just have to regain some of my strength before I can teleport people again.
Muriel,
Yeah.
what's your relationship with Thars?
Well, he abandoned and betrayed his family in his oath.
It's not the first time that he did that.
And he got exiled and disappeared for a number of years before suddenly showing up in Newcastle again, because of which I had to come back from my position near Summer's Gate, and when I returned, he killed me. Luckily, Bahamut graciously enough brought me back.
Yeah, I wanted to say you sure didn't look dead. I mean,
It doesn't happen often. To myself, I haven't gone through that experience before, but I had faith, and I'm lucky to be brought back. If I wasn't, it's probably because I would have, you know. I did fail. I was supposed to kill him. But because I was gone and I had to be a part of his trial by combat, I wasn't able to return to Summersgate in time, which is the reason we got defeated there, eventually pulling back to Newcastle, once again being defeated there. So I am not too happy with his existence.
yeah,
I get that.
Well, we
And
feel the same.
what if I told you?
He made it worse.
Yeah, and
I
might, if you want to help, we could use any help we can get. We have an opportunity to potentially stop him.
go on.
Well, I mean, you
Well-
probably will not be telling anything anyway.
Isn't it gonna be here?
It is gonna be around here, so you'd have to stay here for a while. But in a month or so, was it a month or so?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yes, it was
Kind
the
of, yeah,
23rd
something like that.
of the next month.
23rd
We'll
of
get
March.
contacted, especially. We'll be in contact with the person who has the plan, but we might be able to bring ourselves into a little meeting, which apparently, cars over here, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's a
There's
very
only one-
loud carriage rides by.
Very fast one too.
Midnight.
Potentially, we can go into the meeting, get, within. What's her name again? The Tyrant, Tiamat? Same thing.
Something like that.
it sounds really dangerous, but the gist of it is, the guy who gets us in there can get us alone with Thar, as he says, or at least with his guards. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what your religion is. I kind of just want to kill him.
I'm not sure about killing.
Well, my other ID is apparently worse. My friends have confirmed.
I don't know, what is the
Or
other idea?
unethical.
Or unethical, I don't know. It's just
We banished him, and the time that he disappeared, he seemed to have been stuck in some prison cell, I've heard, for quite some time. Returning him to that state would be preferable. There seems to be some reason that he's still alive, otherwise I would have defeated him in his trial.
But what's to say another idiot group like ourselves comes along, gets him out of that prison, and he does it again?
Wait, who got him out of the prison the first time?
I'll be honest, we sort of got him out of it.
They did.
So
It's true.
So it's your fault.
It wasn't. It was a fault of a outbreak of a hive of some sort of creature, and he was there, and we thought, be better
Could
to
be
just leave him here.
useful.
But he was still in the cell.
Well, yeah, but he
Yes.
would probably be eaten alive.
And you broke him out, and you thought that was a good idea.
Again,
We did not know.
he was. Otherwise, he would be eaten alive by those things. It's like, what's the greater evil here? And yeah. But in hindsight, that was a bad idea. I'll agree. I'll admit on that one.
But thinking about it now, I mean, he did die, and I paid a lot of money to bring him back.
We did that as well.
So, yes,
I
I would have done
plan
it if I know what would happen.
on going back.
Seems
We are
like a waste
currently
of killing him. Then. Sorry.
we are currently fighting a war that's a little bit bigger than just this individual.
Well, you'd think that. It's worse than we actually happened to tell you, and you seem like the person who might want to know this, and maybe even bring it to those people who you are with. So something happened inside of a little place. We opened the gate.
You see him like already just reached for the facepalm whilst walking.
Now, we didn't know any of this was happening. We were just sitting there. I was sleeping while this was happening. Would you believe it? And
I actually
opened
would
my
at this
eyes.
point, yes.
Yeah, so I opened my eyes, and suddenly I see out in the distance. I don't know. I couldn't count how many, but like thousands of them, maybe more. Like dragonish like dragon-like creatures. I don't know. Just thousands of dragons, right? Small humanoid dragons. And out comes this red dragon-ish guy, dragonborn. I don't know. Flying all push and all, right? Brings Tharis with him. For some reason, they spare us. I think, Tharis being, Anyway, that's not even the worst, right? They went out, and that and we're like, okay, well, this sucks. But you know what? How bad is it really? Suddenly, the ground just trembles, right? Out of the ground. You wouldn't know what comes out of that.
I mean,
a dragon larger than the building we're standing in comes out and says he has our scent. Now that really was the top of the iceberg right there. We went out of there as fast as we potentially could.
Ned.
Worst day of my life, I'll be honest.
Ned,
Should I tell too much?
I would like you to roll a persuasion check.
Ned. I feel like this is getting away from the point. He doesn't need to know about the large
15.
dragon.
He kind of looks around at the group and he goes, "This happened?"
I mean, there was a smaller dragon before that, and
I mean, yes, it did happen.
There was this, and so.
Oh yeah, the smaller dragon. Didn't even say that.
Hold up. There was a dragon, humans, and then a guy, and Thyrus was there, and you were there.
A lot of
Cyrus-
bad guys.
I'm just confused. If you're
This
saying
is all
that there,
one day.
if you're saying that there are many dragons currently out there, Where are they? Dragons haven't been seen in over a
Well, not
century.
real dragons, more like the
I mean,
big
they're in
We
the-
also
in the
saw
mark.
real dragons.
I mean,
Yeah, we
but-
defeated 2 of them. But
I mean, yes, but did like the army was like of
Can show you the
small
armor we
dragons?
made of it.
If there is an army of dragons currently out there somewhere, don't you think that we would have noticed something?
No, they fly.
I mean, I find it weird that civilization has not crumbled yet, but feel like you would have. So that's kind of weird.
Dragons are still
But-
alive, so
I show him the necklace with the pearl in it.
Mm-hmm. He kind of
These are
Looks it
dragon
over.
skills, black dragon skills, made from the tinier dragon,
right.
the other one. So
I'll
If
show you some armor made of dragon scales if you want.
if neither of you had any connection with Thyros, I would not believe any of this. Though if this is true, it might be troubling. You know, you're saying that you're going to have an you're going to get an opportunity to kill or otherwise capture Thyros, while
Yeah. There's an important detail to it. For me, it's just the killing part, but apparently we can also steal an orb, which is very essential to all of this.
what kind of orb?
Stone.
yeah, we
I
don't
can't
know.
explain this properly. You should. Should we show him? What's his
I
name
mean,
again?
I feel like I don't know no offense, but I don't know know him. I don't feel like we should show all our cards.
right.
No offense, of course.
Well, I'm assuming he wants. I'm assuming your agendas align, sort of.
My agenda at the moment is solely concerned with the war at hand. Now, if you're telling me that there's some other war going on that we do not know about, and a member of my organization is part of that,
Yep.
then that is something that is to my interest as well as my associates. So, with that I mean his family, by the way. I don't know if you've ever met those. I doubt it.
I did.
Nope.
I did. Strange man.
If
Well,
you're
I
saying
don't want anything to do with the other war you're dealing with. to
I
an
mean-
extent, you know.
if you say that any of this is true, then the war that we're fighting might not actually be the most important thing.
Well, it
ding
really
ding
isn't.
ding.
It
Our-
isn't.
It really isn't, for multiple reasons. But we'll not get into that. That's none of your business.
Just Muriel, was it right? Or Muriel?
Muriel. Yeah.
Muriel. I'll when it is almost time for the meeting, I'll send you a message. You can get on with your
We
day. and-
actually did not tell him about the meeting yet, so
I've heard that there was a meeting in which you will have the ability to get close to Thyris.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And
That's what
whose
we've been talking
meeting
about.
whose meeting is this? Of this army that he brought through?
Yes, it was the meeting with what's it
the
called?
cult.
With
The Cult of Tiamat, that was it.
Right. The cult of Tiamat for many years has been nothing more than a nuisance, but now they apparently have an army.
Yes.
And
Well-
where will this meeting be?
I do not know.
We have not been given all the information yet.
And may it not be more interesting to bring, rather than just a group of individuals, bring this to the attention of people that have, well, a bigger source of manpower?
And what
Well-
will they do?
We have to keep it small to infiltrate.
Well, if you know where it is, then you could possibly bring with you many more men. I mean,
That
if
would
this
be
is
very-
true,
That would be much better.
They would
But we
grab a lot
don't-
of attention, I feel
Oh,
like.
Yeah.
but we don't know exactly where it is.
The idea is to
Oh.
first get this orb. I mean, the guy who told us this was very, very pointed on that one. We need to get that orb. If we don't, we're screwed.
right. But getting that orb is a lot more easy if you bring multiple people with me. If you can tell
No.
me,
No.
where are you going to go to this meeting? if it's anywhere in the Uduric Empire, we could bring multiple Bright Riders with us and take down this whole thing
Afraid it's not.
before it comes. Where is it then?
Yeah,
Probably around here.
We don't know.
Now that is an issue.
But still, if we go with a
Can't
lot
we,
of people,
can't we discuss
then
this? Sorry. Go ahead.
if we go with a lot of people, it will draw attention to us. We have to be sneaky and to steal it back. I mean, he recognizes us, so he will see it coming.
So you're telling me you're planning on going to a place where there's supposedly an army of dragons
Yes.
to go kill a single guy and retrieve a single stone.
Yes.
Yep.
And you want to do that rather than attempting to bring more people to take down the entire army
Yes.
and the
'cause
guy.
they'll just fly off this orb. You will not get it in that way.
I mean, that's not even it. But we don't even know where it is. So no. Well,
If you don't know where it is, how are you going to get to it?
yeah. That's that.
Our
That-
contact node will send us there, get us there.
Right.
Can't we discuss this later? It's early. I'm tired. We're all tired. We just fought, or you're still bleeding. Let's get to an inn, sleep, and then wake up so we can discuss this refreshed not on an open street.
Sure.
Very well. Are you guys staying here somewhere? We're going to look for... I don't have that much money with me at the moment.
I mean,
I'll
it's not-
pay for you, that's fine.
We are staying already. We have already rooms though.
Very well. You make your way over to the Hero's Rest. Eventually, walking off the market, crossing the ravine, past the Hero's Forge. Whilst this is happening, Friedrich, though she's been quiet, you suddenly hear right next to you, and you didn't notice she got there yet. Sneak whisper into your ear, "What are you doing with the cat?"
What?
"What are you doing with her?" And kind of pointing over to Locket.
How do you mean? She.
She's part of an organization you don't want anything to do with.
Oh, don't remind me. We've been dealing with that for a while. They helped me when I attempted to cross into Sashao. Got into some trouble with slavers. They helped me fight them off.
Right, but I'm telling that she is not part of any type of slavers group or anything. She is part of a...
Oh, not anymore.
Not?
No, she was being hunted by this very same people.
Why?
I don't know, because she left. They've been sending invisible stalkers to her person. We've been dealing with what was the name again? Annoying dude. Together with violence, essential. Locket.
What?
What was the name of that guy we encountered here?
Doormat.
What?
Oh, man. What?
What?
The one with that we got those daggers from.
Essential and violence?
No, the guy.
Yeah,
Demand?
Oh, Dumont.
What I said.
You said
Yeah,
Salah.
Dumont.
I don't know who that is, but...
Well, no, but we're dealing with
Right.
trouble ever since, actually.
Right. And she kind of just holds a little bit of distance. You all make your way back to the Hero's Forge eventually. It is...
By the way,
Yes.
she told me about the neck thing. It's well, it's disturbing.
Well, and I hope that you then understand why I don't trust her.
Yeah. Of course.
Let bygones be bygones.
You eventually make your way back to the Hero's Forge and get back into your rooms. Morel and Sneak, if anybody would want you to take them, they will.
Sure,
They're fine with sleeping on the floor. They've had worse.
Yeah, Sneak can stay with me, I guess.
Alright. So you guys go into your.
To discuss something.
You go into your separate rooms. Ventura rather quickly disappears as well, locks the door behind her, and she hasn't spoken this entire time. I'm not exactly sure why.
She does that a lot.
Yeah, last few days.
But you do all make your ways back into your rooms, and unless you wish to do anything, you can go to bed.
Oh, I would want to discuss some things.
Alright. Sneak kind of sits down on the chair within your room and goes, "And how long have you known her at this point?"
A month, I think.
Right. Well, I'll tell you a bit of a truth, if you will allow me.
Well, first, let me say, it's cute using my estate as the base.
It was a different time. Back when you got into your troubles, I thought I could make myself of use to that group. They had to trust me. Our employer told me to get in contact with them and get into their favor. I thought I did so by giving them up, the estate. When I eventually decided to leave and make my way back to Wicor, this Locket was not too keen on my betrayal and sought to eliminate me in a way to prove her own loyalty. Luckily she failed, but it is the reason I do not trust her. I'm afraid that her getting to know you might only be a way of getting close to you. Maybe if they have found us, this might be a way for them to find me. But you're saying you have fought the fog.
Yeah. I mean...
Are they coming after you or after her?
No, after her. We've just been caught in the crossfire, mostly. But... That's not really what I wanted to talk about. It's more, I pull out the book. Remember what I came here for?
Yes, you had to investigate some type of rumors, yes? I don't hear much of what your exact plans are.
Well, apparently not so much rumors. More, I tied a rope around, loosened the rope and hand it over to her.
She kind of starts sifting through it.
It's more real than we thought.
Well, lucky for you, she binds it and gives it back. You did finish your assignment.
Well, yeah, but I can't honestly. I don't know if I should give that to Thomas.
Well, this is the only way you're going to be able to get rid of that debt.
Well, that's true, but
the moment you give that up, everything is over for you. Which I assume is what you prefer. I don't know what you will be doing after that, but...
No clue, actually.
I've been waiting for an assignment like that for years. My failure with the fog did not make them too happy with me, and now again my failure with the hobgoblins made them not too happy with me. So, you should count yourself lucky.
Still, all went wrong, actually, with the hobgoblins.
Well, the minister had asked me to broker a peace to make sure that the hobgoblins would never actually make a way over to the Waco States to attempt to solidify some type of alliance. Although I came to find out that most of these hobgoblins are not as easy to deal with as I had hoped. And eventually, they thought it would be best to keep me as an potential hostage once they do engage with the Waker states. So
Bargaining chip, basically.
exactly. So I don't think they're planning on ending their conquest anytime soon.
No, neither am I, because this book was commissioned. Basically, was forced into. Well, we met another. There were multiple gnomish engineers working here on multiple weapons, and this specific plan was pushed through by the hobgoblins. So they wish to use it quickly.
Well, then it's a good thing they no longer have it in their possession. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Good.
But I feel like no one should. This is way more potent than anything should be. Any poison.
I'm telling you, you do not wish to be on a bad side with these people. If you fail one objective, you're going to have to do 2 more to make up for it, and none of them are going to be better than this one. I already think that I will never be rid of the debt that I owe them.
I mean, that's fair, but
You here have a real chance of getting rid of it.
well, and I surely do hope so. But I've been working for them for quite a while, doing other things, but I feel morally it's
Chicane leans back. Fuck the morals. Get rid of your debt, and then you can go and fix all the problems that you've had. If this is a thing that you're afraid of actually happening, rip out the correct pages.
You think they'll find out?
Possibly and probably. I don't know. They're kind of. If that is your real issue with it, you could possibly do that. But if I were you, I would have turned it in already. But
Well, I was going to. The things got in the way, like going to Newcastle.
if you think that they might use it, they could. They have been very much about self-preservation and very much about expanding.
No, I don't fear they would use it to expand. But more, if something would happen, they would just unleash it and stay in their own bubble.
I don't know.
Actually, that's probably what they would use it for.
That is a difficult dilemma that I am happy with. I've never had to deal with before, and I actually hope that I would never have to deal with it.
So do I.
And if you do not want to deal with it, give it away. Have it be done with. And if you really want to be in debt with them forever, you can destroy it, burn it. Do they know you have it?
Well, they know I have it.
That is dumb then. If you really wish to get rid of this, you should have told them you could have not have gotten it. But now having it and then losing it is probably going to be a bigger problem to them than not having it at all.
I mean, that's true.
I am not sure what you should do. It is a difficult question. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It is your debt, and
but
that's your ticket out.
I don't know where you need to go, by the way.
At the moment, I was just waiting to get out. Either for the war to be over, or some other way. They had told me that they were going to send someone, although I had hoped it would not have been you. Now I'm lucky that it has been you, otherwise it probably would have failed.
Yeah, there were a lot of hobgoblins.
I did tell you not to come.
Yes.
For your own
I
safety.
know.
It is alright.
Went quite alright, right?
Luckily. I did not know you could do that. Last time you left, you could not do that.
Well, let's say, yeah. I've been found a lot of memorable moments.
I heard stuff with dragons and such.
Oh yes, two actually. A green one and a black one. Smallish. Well, I assume comparatively to the gigantic one.
Right. And this group you're with, do you yet care about them? Or were they just a mean to an end?
I mean,
I've never
We've
known
stuck-
Arthur to really care about anybody.
no, same. I'd like to.
Well, still being in the
we've been-
business that you are, it's not really open for such relationships. We were lucky to be stationed in the same place. That took some pulling of strings, but we got there.
We'll be fine. I was thinking, I can also I have a way back towards the Waker State or Wakor itself. I was planning on going there tomorrow, or at least as soon as possible, to deliver this, and then
Mm-hmm.
well get you back and maybe the guy.
Well, I'm not
I don't-
sure
I
what
don't
they
know about him.
want. I'm not sure what they want me to do. I am not looking forward to going back to the Waco States just yet, as I have, as I said, failed my second assignment by them.
Want me to ask?
Well, I'd prefer not. Not tonight. I need a night of sleep. But going back to Idura might not either be the best thing. I've heard them speak about actually wanting to approach the capital. And if it is going to be under a siege, I prefer not to be there.
Understandable. Didn't know they were quite so far already.
They are not yet. They are planning on taking some more of the smaller towns nearby. I've heard them of leaving rather quickly to small town of Rostide and Scorchmount. In this way, they would be able to divide up the transport they could actually require to go to the capital city, already starving them out of resources before they actually march on the city itself. It is some trivial searching I've been doing whilst I was staying there.
Do you have any idea of the time frame of that?
I'm not sure. I knew they would be leaving in 2 days. The march to Rostide is a little under a week. Scorchmount is also just barely a couple of days, and the towns are so small. They would have been able to burst down the gates and take it over within a couple of days. Those sieges won't be long, but the capital city, that's going to be the real prize. Afterwards, they will probably move on to Amberstrand and Threadshire, then Edura, then Silvara, Eastkeep, until they have engulfed the entire country. They are planning on taking it all over. They are planning on occupying it and expanding their own territory to become their own official state. But
itself.
yes, but I do not feel safe about that, so I'd prefer that not to happen, although I do not have much say in the matter. I did try to convince Mr. Thomas to convince the minister to actually act upon it, but they insisted on waiting it out and brokering this peace. They think that the river in between the countries will keep them safe, at least for a time.
Well, they think the river will keep them safe forever, but I'm afraid that won't happen. If those goblins try anything.
Exactly. So,
That's a shame because we do have something in Dura. Something of one of the nobles' daughters here, being called by the organization of you two.
I have
Or-
heard. It happened a few days after you left. I keep tabs, and they were transporting them there. They weren't planning on using them as hostages. I was thinking of getting in there and doing something about it, but it's well, I got my other assignment. I left our.
You can help us.
I am not really looking into engaging with them much. Last time I went there, they did this.
Well, our plan was getting in real quiet, and doing the same thing, basically.
Right. Well,
Do you have any idea where they would keep her? Probably in the base.
possibly in the basement. if they really want to keep them out of sight. Otherwise, possibly in one of the guest rooms. I'm not exactly sure anymore. After I left, there's been 5 years in which I haven't been inside the building. They might have changed some things around. I'm not too sure. I did hear about them working together with the group that was working underground. I'm not exactly sure. They were getting outside help. They were preparing for the siege of Adura already, trying to get money, make sure that there is ways of transporting through the black market.
Have any idea who that might be?
I'm not exactly sure who it was. I just know that they will be transporting goods and services through the sewer systems, which also run under the estate.
That's troubling. Yeah. We'll have to see what we can do about that. But yeah, there is a lot of money on the line if you are interested in it.
I'm not necessarily interested in money. If you're going to Waco, I'd much prefer to go there and see how else I might be able to relieve my own debt now that I'm twice as deep in shit as I thought it was. If you're really going on this, I advise you against it, but I also advised you against coming to me, and you did it anyway, so can't really blame you.
I mean, I can't let you sit there in Newcastle. Ghastly city.
It's much more of a piss poor town at the hobgoblins that are there, but I hope that Udura at one point finds a way to fight back, or that the minister might actually think of helping them out, but he's much more defensive.
Well, that's what we were trying to plan. Getting the daughter out, then probably Zhao or the other parts of Zhao would turn against the hobgoblins, hopefully.
And this is not one of your assignments, is it?
No, that's one from the lady in the castle herself, Brida.
Right. If I were you, I would deliver that book, get rid of your debt, and then go and get this money and get rid of having them follow you around.
What's my plan?
If you really do not wish to go there, you can send me there. I'll take the book for you and deliver it in your name.
Oh no. I don't like to have it out of my sight, and it's way too dangerous. Not that I don't trust you, of course, but it's just I'm just real.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're going back to Adura, you might need these. And from between her belt and her coat, she takes out this single key. She goes, "Our place has a little bit been destroyed. I left it so that nobody else would get in. So if you get there and it looks like somebody ransacked the place, that was I. But if you're going there, you can stay there and at least have some space. I'm not sure if you should go directly in. As I said, in the 5 years that I've been in Adura, I haven't gone inside of the estates after I left it, so."
Oh, thank you very much. We'll see how or what we can do.
If you are going there, I wish you good luck. And don't die, especially not if you have that book on you.
Oh no, I was not planning on doing that with the book. Actually, I really don't want it to get into the Fog's hands.
Well, they would either use it or somehow use it to frame someone else. Much as I've picked up,
use it. Yeah.
much as I've picked up is that the reason almost this entire war has been going on is because they have themselves initiated the assassination on Vicar Dalis, and afterwards now captured 2 members of the high society here in Sashao, which, you know.
You should. That was. I think that was Lockett's. That was her thing.
What? What was? The guy that was sent to the assassination died, so I doubt.
Well, that's something I've heard. I'm not quite clear. You can ask. You can ask her if you want to, of course.
Of course. Well, while you debate the moralities of your book, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah. Good idea.
Night
Good.
falls. Eventually, all you find your ways to sleep.
Hello.
And the next morning, you all wake up, refreshed. What would you guys like to do today?
Pick up my darts.
Okay. Second. Anyone want to do anything else?
Yeah, I could say pick up my armor, but
Ooh.
that's gonna take like 30 more days.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So,
Yeah.
28 days. It's not that bad, I think. I think it's 28 at
sorry.
least.
Excuse me.
Lockett, you eventually make your way back to Reed's Wood's workshop, and you are able to pick up your 20 darts. The goblin woman that works there delivers them in a small rolled up strap of leather. She hands them to you and goes, "They're interesting. I have actually thought of a few smaller side ideas. I only have a single one of them, but if you're interested, I could possibly make more." And she hands you this small dart, which is similar to the one you have. In a very strange way, the tip of the arrow has been split. Of the tip of the dart, the entire dart has been split in two. The lower side currently being held together, and it's only being split by a single piece of very small wood. She goes, "I have done this with bigger arrows before. If you fire it on a decent distance, if you have a bit of space between you and a target, you might actually be able to fire it. And the moment it releases out of your crossbow, it will split. And if the two things are directly next to each other, you might actually hit two different targets or a single target twice. Although it's mostly for hitting two different targets. I can show you if you have some extra time. I have one of the bigger bolts here."
Well, yes, show me.
She grabs a smaller-ish light crossbow, loads it with a similar-looking bolt, although the bolt's the size of a regular crossbow bolt. She walks outside, where currently in that small front yard she has, two targets are set up. She goes, "Well, so if you stand right here, yes, in between the two targets, you can, if you aim right and you fire," and she fires the bolt. And the moment it releases out of the from the crossbow itself, it starts twisting, and mid-twist, you hear the crackling of wood as the two pieces both fly in a different direction and hit two targets 20 feet away, about 5 feet away from each other.
Interesting. And it hurts
Oh my God, it
you
would break.
like the same as a normal arrow, or?
It does seemingly the same, although they're a little harder to make. And if you, the one I gave you is more of a prototype. If it doesn't work, let me know, unless you get killed for it. If it does work, come back. Then I could possibly make a few more of those.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
They cannot be loaded with poison as the other ones. They're just regular darts.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Still.
No problem. So, if you're looking for new darts, always come back to the workshop. Yes?
Yes.
Have a good day. And she turns around and heads back inside.
And how many darts were there? 20?
You have 20 darts plus the one splitting dart.
Okay,
So basically, as long as the two characters are standing next to each other within range, you are able to hit them with a single dart.
Yes, thank you.
I would like to when I'm alone in my room, I would like to try and see which pages are essential to discover the poison and how many there are.
I'd like for you to make it just a general intelligence check.
All of them.
Intelligence check. 13.
13. It is a lot of mumbo jumbo to you. It's an alchemist or anything like that could probably make sense of this. You're not sure which pages. You could rip out the obvious pages. You can rip out the ingredients. You can rip out. You can start ripping out the process. You can rip out the equipment you need. But there, you don't find anything necessarily very obscured that you could rip out without it being too noticeable. Like handing this in without the ingredients would be like, bruh. There isn't anything very small that you could rip out that could be just enough of a unknown to make it unusable without being too noticeable.
Yeah. Then I want to see how the book is bound.
The book is bound in a decent leather bound that has hard covers on both sides. The side is much more loose. It is the side of it is a lot more stretched. Like there's a lot more that could possibly fit in here. Through on the outside there's two strips of leather that go through that can be unbound to add more pages before we rebound. You figure that this is about 60% of how filled the book could possibly be.
Okay. I'll have to think about it for a bit.
Okay. Anyone else?
I mean,
you do wake up together with Mirel, by the way, who does poses interest at knowing more about what you were telling him before.
So, Mir.
Please don't. It's Mirel or Captain, not
I'm not gonna
whatever
call
that
you
was.
Captain. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna call you Captain.
Who are you exactly?
Ned.
Right. So, Nene. You see my problem here?
No.
Anyway, here.
My name is not complicated. I don't see why you would do that. You only made it longer.
My name is not complicated.
Listen. Are you interested or not?
I am interested, but I think that we could do more than just take out a single individual.
Yeah, but you don't get the point, do you? Like, you want to attack
What's the point?
immediately. The point is getting this stone.
Fuck's the stone good for?
It's a big part. They want to keep it because they know if it's used against them, it's gonna do something. Like, it's gonna be a problem if it's not in their hands, right?
Right.
And if we attack them, they will not keep it there. They'll just go away with it. Still keeping the essentials. Besides, what army are you gonna send that's gonna be able to take on dragon things?
I'm still not sure what dragon things you're talking about. I also wouldn't know what army to send. I would send the one that's at my disposal, which would be whatever's left over of my company.
Well, assuming if the same thing happened to your company as you, then I'm
Not
not
all.
gonna shoot much.
I'm pretty
from that.
sure a few made it out. Enough to make a difference, at least. I don't know.
Look, I'm not a genius when it comes to this, but even I can just tell this is not going to work out if we do what you just said.
I don't think that killing Thyrus is worth treading on dangerous grounds like that. If you're saying that the Cult of Tiamat has acquired an army, going
That's
for a
the
single
thing.
guy who's technically been dead for many years at this point, realistically, it's not that interesting to go after.
I mean, are you even listening? I'm saying it's not Tharus that's the main goal here.
You want to have
It's
the stone.
the stone he carries with him.
What's the importance of the stone? I don't understand.
It's a dragon stone. It's a stone. I don't know. Do I look like the kind of person who would know? I'd have to ask the person who's
Right. I get it.
really desperate on how important this stone was.
Right. So you want to go after him to go get a stone. You don't know which it does.
No, honestly, I want to kill him.
So you are going there for him.
Well, I am going there to kill him, but I justified with the stone.
Right. And sure.
What? Do I need to explain any
No,
more? I mean, makes
I get
sense,
it.
right?
I am tempted. I want to help you. But at the same time, I do have a duty of getting back to the Dirk Empire and help them fend off.
A day ago, you had a duty of starving in a cage. I mean, what's a few more days going missing?
You said this meeting is in what, a month?
Yeah, that's a few days.
Yeah, a month ago, the hobgoblins were still on their fucking side of the border.
Alright, so I'm not gonna tell you, I should probably not even tell you this in the first place. My group would, look, we're gonna try something which potentially could completely remove any support the hobgoblins have from.
Huh?
We might have a way to sort of get the war in favor,
What are you talking about?
or just stop it. I don't know. I didn't listen too much to it. Look, this war is not my problem.
You have the means to end a war on this continent and you don't do it.
We're going to do it. It's
Then
more
what is it?
complicated. It's complicated. I mean, I'm not sure if I should be telling you this.
Who else?
Look, if I'm gonna tell you this, then you're stuck here, and none of us are gonna get you out of here. The moment I tell you this, your choice of going back to your home is gone. For now, until we've done it.
But you think you can end the war single-handedly?
No, I don't. No, that's what they're telling me. Look, I don't understand why it would stop the war. It's just. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not that smart.
I figured.
It's all very complicated to me. But
Right.
it's a daughter of someone. What? Do you want me to tell you it? Because if I'm going to tell you again, options are going to be.
I even doubt that I'm going to be getting out of here rather soon. So, go ahead.
All right.
Tell
So
me how
this-
you're going to save the continent.
So this lady, Brion, I don't know. Starts with a B. Has a daughter. Her daughter is kidnapped or taken prison, and they thought it was you. But
I've heard.
it probably actually wasn't you. It was the hobgoblins with the help of a little some people, who captured that daughter and sort of
You get real clear, man.
pushed the fault over to you, making them think you did it, giving these hobgoblins what they wanted. That's what I know.
So,
So if we save her, proving that she was captured not by you,
right?
that means, they made a mistake in starting this war in the first place.
How do you know that we didn't do it? I mean, I'm telling you now we didn't, but no way that they're going to believe us. And how do you even got to know in contact with this person?
What person? Because
The person whose daughter you think...
oh yeah, we met her at a party.
Right. Who are you again?
Ned.
Of course.
So we met her at some kind of noble party. I mean, I don't know. That's not my thing. I hated it. But we met this daughter person in a cave, which was also the cave of this group who captured them.
Why were you in that
the
cave?
daughter. Well, we kind of had our trouble. we kind of had to do something for that. This is gonna sound weird. We were doing something for that group that captured the daughter of the, but they betrayed us, so we're not with them. We never were. We hate them. We've. Thing is, okay, listen. This is not the point. We're no longer with them, so it's good.
Can I hear this from my room?
No.
I'll just laugh. Oh no.
Net roll a persuasion check.
Oh, this is beautiful. I love this.
17.
Okay. He goes, I've heard the rumors. They blamed Vicar Dalis for, so to say, abducting the lady of some house here in Sishao.
Yep.
After Vicar Dalis almost got assassinated, then he pressed to get a diplomat there. The diplomat then was that daughter, who presumably got captured by us, which she did not, as far as my knowledge goes at least. And now you're telling me that there is some other group who was working with the hobgoblins that had captured her in a cave where you were working for, and now you are going to free her from a group you worked for, and because you free her, the war is going to end. Now, I get the last part, where if you bring her back, which would prove our innocence, yes? What I do not get is everything in between.
I mean, do you have to get it?
I doubt the validity of your story, but at the same time, I do think you're almost dumb enough to really...
Well, my memory's pretty... Actually, no. My memory is...
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I've forgotten most of my life, so I don't think I'm too credible on that.
I think it's...
But I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Right.
That's what my eyes, at least, made me believe happened.
Okay. I'm going to think about this. And what does Thyrus have to do anything with this at all?
Oh, he was part of all of this. He even died in that cave.
That was then?
Yeah.
And you didn't think it would be a good idea to bring the woman that was captured in a cave out of the cave?
Oh, she didn't look in much trouble, and there was a lot of tension between us. I'll be honest. I think if we went a little further, we actually probably killed her right there and then.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been bad, but that didn't happen.
Right.
So we didn't do that, and now we want to save her, so it's all good.
Why didn't you save her from the cave?
Because I think we were not really. We didn't really care. We didn't even know who those were. They were not really in trouble, it seemed.
Right.
They had their own.
I'm confused.
So are we.
Good luck, I think. You're not gonna bring me back now, right?
Absolutely not. I think you know far too much, and you can probably ruin everything we're gonna do.
Right.
I don't think he knows anything at all.
He kind of just gets up and goes over to a window and just stares out of it, brooding.
Yeah, you do
But
that.
your
You
day
want
is yours.
You want your tablecloth back?
No, I think it's better if I don't have it while I'm here.
Well, I don't want it either. I mean,
Burn it,
Sure, I'll
eat it,
keep it.
sleep in it. I don't know.
is it edible?
No, it isn't. It's...
Oh, why would you say that then?
And he just... He's confused about the past 20 minutes.
Great.
So am I.
Nerds.
So I'm gonna go out for a bit.
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid. Oh, by the way, you probably, what's your fake name? What should I call you if anyone asks you what's this guy in the room? And I should say, well, that is
Oh my god.
Mir.
Sure, go with that. Eventually,
Goes out.
you go out. You guys' days are yours, if you wish to do anything.
I do have a quill of forgery. What does that do exactly again?
The Quill of Forgery, if I believe, gives you a +3 to forge any document.
Okay. Could I use that to add ingredients or remove ingredients from
That's
the...
not forging. Forging is copying an official, some type of document, and making it look real. What you want to do is change the research, which would be.
I mean, he could copy it.
It would be
change it.
it wouldn't be the same as the intention of the quill.
Mm.
You can attempt to do it, although the quill wouldn't help you with it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
No. The quill makes weird text. Sure, I'll allow the quill to help. If you
Oh,
roll a
shit,
1,
yeah.
it's still a 1. It doesn't
What?
matter. The quill is for copying or falsifying documents. This would technically be part of that. So, again, you would have to come up with something that would make sense if you're trying to like add an ingredient. It would be like, well, add some sugar, salt, and pepper, and then you go borium. That's kind of weird. But so if you roll low enough, you still might fuck it up. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. So I'll just look at the ingredients and at the tasks you need to do to make it.
Mm-hmm.
What does it sort of say? Because
Alright,
maybe I
so
can-
it does give it a detailed description over how in the course of a year you can eventually brew a substance so poisonous that it might poison the well. It also requires at least 8,000 golds worth of ingredients and about 3,000 golds worth of materials. The exact process of making this poison I have not thought of,
well,
as I don't know how you would do that. So I cannot tell you exactly how that would work. If I could, I would probably be in some, CIA jail.
you would be in Guantanamo Bay.
Exactly.
probably.
So,
Yeah.
it is a thick book, and it's for one recipe. So there's a lot of things you could change about it. Most of the ingredients are very rare. Like strange items. They require very very poisonous. It is like in a simple way. It's a very amplified version of purple worm poison. Combined with some, it has a couple of different sources of poison, including the purple worm and the wyvern and other natural plants and creatures that carry poison with them. The exact process I cannot tell you.
No, okay,
I'm
yeah,
afraid.
I understand.
That would be
I would try to find Locket and maybe Ned.
In a bit with a bit of problem, you could easily get both of their attentions.
Yeah, so I would ask them. Could we discuss something?
I was just heading out.
well, sure.
No, great time.
What about it?
So, well, follow me. I go into my room.
Alright. You go into your room, lock it. You notice, after a moment of walking in, that in the corner, currently sitting halfway lounged into a chair, keeping her eye on you, is Sneak.
I'll move myself far away from her
Is
and
your
keep
real
an eye
name
on her.
Sneak?
It is not.
Yeah. So it's like Locket.
Similar, yes.
Oh my god. Ned.
I feel like this presence is very awkward with the two of you in one room.
Go on, Friedrich.
Might be even be better if she's with us. Yeah. Okay. So. I've decided to change some things in the book to make it unusual, or at least ineffective.
What if you make
Okay.
it worse?
That could be a very real problem. This is why I wanted to help. I didn't want to fuck around with poisons way more powerful than could ever imagine on my own.
Well, I'm
You were
not an expert at all.
tripping me into destroying it. This is
Yep.
a way in which that would work.
It's a good middle ground, yeah.
I can't rip out pages. They would notice that.
Of course.
So I
So what-
decided maybe we could change some ingredients, or maybe we could change the process a bit.
Couldn't we change it all?
What?
Well,
Like,
it does have to look.
writing it all over again, but keeping it as a guideline.
I flip through the
Good
pages.
luck.
It's a thick book.
I mean,
That's gonna take a while.
yeah, but if we all work on it, maybe. we
No,
can-
I'm not going to work on that.
Well, of course you're
We-
not,
we-
because we don't even know if you can read at all.
I
If
can
Frederik,
read,
if
but
Frederik and I can do this, or maybe some pages, maybe not all.
Yes, that was the plan, just to get some things changed so that they can work on it, but it won't work.
Because it's completely different.
Well, not completely different. It still has to look like a potent poison.
I mean, yes, but maybe like get a few ingredients off and maybe get a few ingredients in.
That's what I was.
Okay.
That was what I was suggesting. So I thought
Well, I'm.
I
okay
have
with
no
it.
clue about poisons. You guys seem to be fucking around with poisons a whole lot, so you probably know more than me.
could you ask an expert like Murph?
Murph is not an expert in poison. I think.
He's smart.
Actually, would not be. I don't know if that would be a good. I don't think that would be a good idea.
No,
You've heard how much he talks, right?
I mean you. Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a terrible idea. Genox would be better.
I mean, but Genox is not really.
Don't trust him.
Eh.
I mean, it's just a wizard, right?
Yeah, but how much would he know about poison? It's a
I don't
wizard.
know. Wizards use books like spell like
Yeah,
this. Well,
with
so
spells, but not with poison.
it's similar enough.
I mean, should
you
we
can probably
should we
price it.
really know? I mean, anything about poison? Do they?
You hear coming from the back of the room, and Sneak go, well, if you're a little bit lucky, that one over there should have had the right course of, study. I'm a lot gladder that you used a blade on me, rather than a poison.
Alright, can we... Wow, can we not talk about that right now?
I'm just saying that some of us actually got some training working with different types of poisons. I did not take that course, but if you're lucky, she might have.
I mean,
Okay.
that is why I wanted you guys here.
Do you have proficiency with the poisoners kit?
I thought so.
That's what I mean.
Because I have no clue about poisons at all,
I do.
or anything of that sort. I mean, it is in my estate. Maybe I should join that class, but no.
Well, do not recommend it, but well, I can definitely help.
Great.
So both of you can do that then.
I did not follow that type of course, although I've heard of lockets.
I meant Frederick and Lockett.
Of course.
Well,
Well, go fuck up this poison. You'll make Quickbeak very proud.
Shut up.
still, I thought maybe any one of you would have had a good idea to change something.
Well,
But yeah, let's do that then. So, Which of these ingredients do you think we should change? I just show the book. Yeah, it's in Gnomish, right?
It is indeed a gnomish.
Yeah.
That just
Well-
goes, understandable, have a nice day. And goes out of the room.
Well, I cannot read any of it.
Oh right. That is a problem. Wait.
If there only was a way for someone to learn gnomish really quick.
I pull off the monocle and here, use this.
Wait, for real?
If you look through the monocle, all the words kind of shake and tremble before rearranging themselves and some of the letters changing. Eventually, they do make them to look like common, so you're actually able to read it. You're not able to adjust any of it because you would remove words and place common there.
I already
But you
know
can read
Gnomish,
it.
so that
Yeah.
that's no problem. I was prepared.
Well, this is certainly useful.
Why do you think I wear a monocle? Monocle.
But I don't know.
So, Friedrich, to falsify this document, with the help of Locket, because she's actually able to bid some help, I will allow you to roll with advantage. This would be an intelligence check. You can add your proficiency if you're proficient in alchemist's tools. Which I don't know if you are, I don't think so. So it would just be a straight intelligence check, plus 3. At advantage. It's not performance. This is intelligence to get the right way of writing something down that makes sense in the context of the book. Because if you add one ingredient, you're going to have to go through every page and also add in ways to add the ingredient to the rest of the process. So it's not just writing an ingredient in there and that's it. You're going to have to go through a lot of the book. So this will take up the rest of you guys' day.
Sure.
So, at advantage, intelligence, plus 3. Double ones. You
Yeah,
burn the
this is-
book.
Just a plus 3 for me, so
You just spill ink all over.
I have intelligence of plus 0, so that's good. Wow.
You smart.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That's real lucky.
With a 23, you hereby have set the DC of figuring out what's wrong with the thing. So only a very smart person would be able to figure out what you've done to it and to reverse the project to the way it works. So you go through it, and in the end of the day, you eventually do change it, and you close the book, and you're finally done rearranging the book to a way that it still looks like it could function, although you don't know what will happen when they do it in the way you do it.
I mean, we
Well,
did,
But you're pretty
Yeah.
sure. But you're pretty sure that it will just be a non-functioning toxin.
we also
super
removed
new.
some things, just to be
Yeah.
clear. Okay.
So that's the whole process. So
Okay.
if someone gets this book and now wants to figure out how to make it work, they would have to beat a DC of 23.
Okay. Okay.
Well, yeah,
That's a good DC. That's pretty high.
that's a real good DC. That's
That's the best you could have gotten.
The guy has plus 15 on his intelligence check.
You don't know who will have to read this. Like, so an alchemist like Huba themselves could probably figure this out. Beaters probably wouldn't. He's not an alchemist. But, you know, there are individuals that could do it. But it's a pretty good roll.
yeah. We'll just.
But
I
that's
feel like we did the best we could.
that's the rest of your day. You do notice at one point Sneak is gone for a good amount of the day before returning.
She's
Sneaky.
sneaky.
She's quite sneaky. But you do notice that she's just at one point just gone out of the room. But that's your day. Ned, you still have almost an entire day ahead of you.
Yeah, and that goes.
To the hero's forge.
Yeah, and that goes to heroes.
You go to the Hero's Forge?
Yeah.
Okay. You go over to the Hero's Forge, and currently the entire building is like the main gates are shut. There do seem to be a few individuals currently that are do occupy the space. You make your way in there.
The way is shut.
And I assume you're looking for Dyla, yeah?
Or her mom.
Or her mom. Eventually you do find Dyla, who is in the process of sparring with this small gnomish individual. The small gnome is wielding, set with a simple breastplate, has a very broad hat on, small monocle on his eye, looks kind of like a dick. He and Dyla seem to be in a process of fighting with the very different fighting styles. The moment she does notice you, she kind of turns and halts the sparring and makes her way over to you. Currently still dressed in a simple splint armor, wielding a long sword. She kind of makes her way over to you and she goes, "I did not expect you back so soon, but it's a pleasant surprise."
I mean, is it soon? I feel like it's been some time.
It's been a couple of weeks, but I thought you would be dead at this point.
Well, I'm glad you're so optimistic.
No worries. I heard some of the stuff people have gotten into. I heard that some things I probably shouldn't have. But regardless, what are you doing back here?
Well, I killed a dragon, so I had to bring some skills here. So...
This is the reason why I didn't expect you to be alive.
Oh, well.
I had heard the tale of your group fighting a dragon before, and if you were going to do anything similar, I just didn't think you would make it back.
It was very well, it was worse, but it's fine.
Well,
nothing I can't handle.
Of course. Are you staying in town for a while?
My muscles are sore. No, I think we're gonna leave quite soon already.
Oh, that's too bad.
Got some other business. But, within 28 days or something, I have to pick up that armor, so I'll definitely be here then.
Right. Well...
So, who are you fighting?
It's some stupid... It's Felipe. He, came by and offered much too much money to train here and stick around to the next tourney. We told him that there probably isn't going to be a tourney for at least a couple of months, 2 years, and he insisted on staying around anyway. So
why is that?
Well, he says that he really wants to, fight for glory and his own self-image. To be completely fair,
I wouldn't mind fighting him.
Well, if you have some money to put into it, and until this point he has been extorting me, so he always wants to fight for money. And as he kind of turns around, Felipe currently is doing this stupid acrobatic stunt with his rapier, and as Dyla turns around, she goes, "Felipe, come here for a moment." And he kind of twirls the rapier before catching it and sheathing it. And he, in this very jauntily step, makes his way over to you and he goes, "Hi, who are you?"
Ned. Phil.
Ned. And he takes off his hat. He has this very well-kept small beard and mustache, and he takes off the hat with the large feathered plume on it. And he puts it on his chest and he bows deeply for it and he goes, "My name is Felipe Montiel. Nice to meet you." And he puts it back on.
So...
Yes?
You are fighting here or staying here because you want to fight in a tournament?
I am training because in a couple of weeks I heard that there's going to be a great tourney and I want to make sure that I'm going to be the one winning all the prizes. And Dyla there standing goes, "Months to years. We didn't... Yeah. Do you wish to dance?" If you're willing to put down some money on it, of course. I don't want to play for
Dance,
fun.
But I would wanna, I'd challenge you.
Of course, what's your preferred method of fighting? I've always fight hand to hand. And he symbols over to his rapier.
I prefer shooting people a lot with a crossbow.
Right. So, do you have tourney legal bolts? I didn't think so. So,
Nyla, do you have?
she goes, we do.
Well, there you go.
Do you wish to fight with those?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Sure. I will go get some. Felipe is standing there, goes, so if you're going to be fighting at a distance, I do presume...
Oh, I don't need distance necessary.
You find him very well. Interesting. How much money are you willing to put on this? Let's start with an easy 100 gold. Just
I'd be
for
willing
simple
to put 10
introductions.
platinum on this, but I don't want 10 platinum for you if I win.
You down?
No, I'd want you to, leave this place, and not talk to Dahl ever again, if I win.
Oh shit.
Jealous.
Oh shit.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not interested in the lady's hand if that's what you're worried about.
No, you were just annoying her.
Right. Well, I would say for an easy 20 platinum, I would certainly do that. I will leave her alone, of course, until the next tourney comes, because I would not have to act with her, but I will be here whenever the fighting begins.
So what's the biggest thing you've ever fought?
I have once fought an ogre that was almost 3 times the size of me.
Oh god. Alright, this is gonna be interesting.
Yes, it is.
Inside check.
You're not there.
I know.
No. You can't. Locker just telling me no. You can't do that. You can't use that ingredient there. Everything would explode. They would find out immediately. Oh.
Don't put gunpowder in it.
That's a really bad idea.
So eventually, Dala comes back with
gunpowder.
a hand crossbow and a couple of bolts. She returns and she goes, "I don't." And she holding up the hand crossbow. I'm not sure if you use your own, but
It just...
right, yeah.
Yep.
So there is a policy
was
within
probably
tourneys
weird.
that we do not fight with magical weapons. So in the same way that he's using a sparring blade, I'm afraid you're going to have to use this.
Alright, sure.
And she hands you over
Puts
the
it away.
regular ass hand crossbow, as well as a total of 30 tourney legal crossbow bolts, which are these simple crossbow bolts with a just a blunted head to make sure that, well, if you shoot someone in the face with this, it still could do some damage, but it won't kill anybody.
Yep. Just blind them.
Yeah.
This is going to be funny.
This is for, people on people fights rather than fighting creatures or jousting. Jousting is people on people, but it won't kill anybody. So, to do
Well,
this,
Depends how hard you hit them.
you'll be fighting Felipe Montiel. 1-on-1. So, you you start across from each other. As you said, you didn't need any range. He takes out his rapier, which is still light and thin, but you see that the edges have been blunted to, make sure you don't kill anybody with it. As Dyla kind of stands there, she coordinates it. She goes, "Are you both ready?"
Yep.
Very well. Begin! She steps back another 5 feet. I would like for you to roll for initiative.
Please roll
Hey, that's
high.
better than normal.
It is.
I'm gonna change the music here. So you're putting 20 platinum on this.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is gonna be so fun.
I don't know who this guy is.
Exactly.
This could be very stupid.
For me, it's going to be fun.
But that doesn't matter.
Oh, you're going to be fine. So your weapon deals just regular hand crossbow damage.
Yeah, 1d6.
1d6 plus your. I think you're allowed to use your charisma with this already. It's not your packed weapon, so it misses some of those attributes. It also
I can like poof it away, but I can,
it also
can
deals
attach
bludgeoning
myself
damage.
to it.
Do you need an hour of something for that?
Well, if I really want to make it my pack weapon, I do.
Well, do you get the +1 and the all that stuff with it? That's my question.
No, I don't get the +1. So the +1, all that's not there.
Alright.
But because it's a light crossbow, I can use it as I can use my charisma stuff, which is relevant.
That is indeed relevant. Let me check something.
But I don't have the +1 and stuff, and it's not magical.
Yeah. It also deals bludgeoning damage instead of piercing, but that's not too important. Alright.
Alright.
So. Let's see. I'm gonna go grab a little bit. Can I get that thing? The battle map?
Wait. Okay.
This is going to be for my
Oh,
own reference.
Banana.
I don't need it unfolded. Thank you.
Banana bread.
Okay. This is for my own reference for the distance and such.
Mm-hmm.
Got Felipe. And then we have...
talking to her, more.
We'll see.
You
Ned
manlet.
jealous is
And
funny.
we got Ned. Alright, so what's your initiative, Ned?
It's an 18.
Alright, I also rolled 18. Or it's 18
16.
total? I rolled 16. So yeah, 18. That beats it. So, Ned, what would you like to do?
Am I within 5 feet of him?
Yes.
All right. So, Ned will touch himself and cast darkness.
That sounded really weird. But still.
You can make it weird, I guess.
I mean, why stop?
And he just continues touching himself.
Yeah, just,
But no
No.
one sees it.
It's
just so you're
darkness.
aware, you're using this in a duel.
I mean, yeah, I mean.
They didn't say you couldn't use magic.
You
Just
can
no,
choose
no
magic
weapons.
items. Well,
Alright.
Or
And that's not, that's like magic item, sure. But,
I am a
pull
magic
everything out of
item.
the closet.
Alright, so you cast darkness, there's suddenly poof, a cloud of darkness around you.
And the hexblade curse on his ass.
Alright. That's, yeah, alright. Let's see, gotta get my link to that.
That's the turn.
Dude,
This is for myself, to be sure.
this is just funny.
Alright. That is your turn. Yeah.
His true sight, so he does not
Yeah,
kill.
it doesn't have true side, no worries. It's not that bad.
I'm just assuming the worst.
he does have a true side.
Just checking something.
Pom pom.
You fool! I can see through magical blindness. I am a demon lord, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
He's disguised.
Oh shit.
I was after her hand after all.
Alright. Well,
Yes.
he
Yes.
go. He kind
Oh,
of. You
that's
see
cool.
him the moment the darkness pops up. He's super confused for a moment, then closes his eyes.
Oh boy.
Right?
He doesn't have to close his eyes though.
So with disadvantage, it's an 11 on his first attack, and a 10 on his second. So both of the swings with the rapier, you easily step aside and dodge out of the way.
He's using echolocation now.
Well, his disadvantage, I don't think he is
Yeah.
using anything. He's just looking confident,
Oh yeah, of course.
which I respect. Is that his turn?
That's his turn.
Well, in that case, Ned will
You're just gonna use everything to beat a normal guy.
I mean, this is not a normal guy, you understand?
Normal-ish guy.
He threatened.
He's a sinner.
He's a sinner.
Ned will shoot at him.
Go for it.
Is he blinded? Like,
Yeah. You can't see.
alright. That's great.
No, he
I'll
has
use
tremor sense.
sharpshooter in that case. Because, you know.
Mm-hmm.
21 to hit for the first one.
Does it?
Alright, so it's a d6
Mm-hmm.
plus just a regular 4 for my damage, a 4 for my proficiency, and so that's 24 points of damage in the first one.
That is okay. 24.
Damn.
damage.
Proficiency damage.
Yeah, that's the Hexblade's curse.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so Hexblade, proficiency, and then the plus 10.
Alright.
So, second attack is a 17 to hit.
17 misses.
Oh boy. That's good to know.
The
And
second
the
bolt
last attack-
flies past him as he dodges out of the way.
Quick one. And
Well, yeah.
a 21 to hit.
21 does hit still.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I will use, you know what? I'll use a d8 for this. I'll use one of my superiority dice.
Go for it.
You really want him down, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, oh yeah. Oh, that's worse than the last one. It's double one. It's 20 damage.
Very well.
Ooh,
20 damage.
That's sad.
yeah, it is.
And that's 3 of the bolts down.
You see, after receiving 2 of the bolts into the chest, you see his face kind of just like really like all the muscles kind of pulled together. He gets a very angry expression for stepping himself upright and moving back at you. He's going to make his both attacks again, still with disadvantage because he can't see. 18 to hit, which misses. I think.
Just misses.
Right. And a 9. Both the attacks.
Just the first.
Exactly.
Just bullying this guy.
Basically.
Until he hits and like does 80 damage. Well, we'll just continue that.
Don't
pace,
worry
I
about
guess. It's shooting. That's really bad.
Yes.
Shit.
It's terrible.
You know, that misses with a 9.
9? Yeah, that misses. He dodges it out of the way.
Second one probably hits with a 21.
21 still hits.
Yeah, I'll use my second d8. Why not? For 26 points of damage.
Right, 26. You do notice, from him taking this damage, he doesn't take as much as you thought he would in the beginning. He doesn't seem as disturbed by this attack as he was in the previous ones.
That's weird. Last attack, another 21 to hit. That's
21
Yeah.
still hits.
guess that's as high as I can roll. For 19 points of damage. What's this d6 rolling a 1?
Alright, he still doesn't take as much damage as he did before.
Alright, well, even if it's half, that's good
Yeah.
enough for me.
Alright. So it does seem battered up quite a bit at this point. Though not backing down. He is going to go for his attacks against you.
Mm-hmm.
Still disadvantage. 25.
Yeah, no, that hits.
And his second attack, 26.
Damn!
Holy shit.
Holy shit!
Well, it did stop him from getting a net. Well, no. Well, yeah, it did stop him from getting a natural 20,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
still something.
So,
But you technically have to roll damage for the first one
yeah. So,
before you roll for the other one.
I'm aware.
But they both hit anyway.
So, first one. And check. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. For the first attack, you take 25 points of piercing of bludgeoning damage. as the rapier
Yep.
just barely manages to push its way through your armor plating.
Net goes down. No.
It's a lot of damage.
For his second attack, you take a lot less damage. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow, a lot less. It's debatable.
Alright. So
At this point, he also disengages from you and moves 20 feet away from you. Out of the darkness, he kind of opens his eyes finally. You see him look around confusedly. You see Dyla being not sure what's even happening at this point, as there's just a big cloud of black.
Yep. For the first Constitution save. Yeah, no. That's a natural 1.
Right,
So the darkness goes down.
Right. So he finally taking his distance. Now the darkness disappearing. You kind of
Alright. And that will take example and also take distance. 30 feet. As much as actually you can.
Yeah, then 60 feet.
Well, without dashing. I'm not gonna
Alright.
run. Just
So that's 30 feet.
yeah. Which would mean 50 feet between us.
No, he only moves 20 feet.
So 30 plus
Yeah, no,
20 is
30 plus
50.
20 is 50. You're right. I thought we meant 60. You're good?
So Ned will shoot. Yeah.
Go for it.
Sort of. Just do I want normal shots? No, let's be greedy. We need damage. I'm gonna use a superiority die
Very well.
for an 18 to hit.
18. You fire this bolt at him. Him now being able to see, he ting, buries it out of the way. It just hits somewhere in the sand.
That one's gonna miss. Second attack.
And the second one, he dashes out of the way. Third attack?
For the third attack, I'm gonna actually use second wind.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's the turn.
Okay. He moves the 50 feet back, comes right up against your face.
But he moves 50 feet.
He moves indeed 50 feet.
This small little shit.
So, he's now going to make his attacks without disadvantage. 23 for the first one. 26 for the second.
Yeah, that hits.
You take a total of 34 points of damage. Bludgeoning. As he kind of like pokes you like right in the throat. But he stays in front of you at this point, kind of readying himself for the next attack.
Yeah. Which is?
No, that's it. That's his turn. He readies himself for your next
Oh,
attack.
okay. Well, for my next attack, I'm gonna cast darkness on myself again.
Alright, so you once again cast darkness. So that's your action.
That is my action.
Alright.
I don't think I have anything else to pull out right now. So
Yo, no, wait, you don't have the quiver. Never mind.
nah. That would mean I just start shooting real arrows at this point.
No, it would be the same arrows, they would just be on fire.
Well, yeah, but those are not in my quiver.
So his attacks with disadvantage is a 9 and a 20.
Yeah, the 20 hits.
Alright. You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. As he once more manages to poke his blade still right through somewhere in between your armor. And I would like for you to roll a concentration check.
18. So
Alright,
that's
this
fine.
time the darkness stays up.
That's good, because we're gonna need it. Alright. Is that his turn?
That's his turn.
First attack. 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
Oh, yeah. For 24 points of damage.
24. Still, he doesn't seem to bother it as much as he did before.
Yep, can he dodges it or something? Second attack. Ooh. That's gonna miss.
And second attack,
With a
bolt
10.
flies by.
Third attack is gonna be 20 to hit.
20 does hit.
Amazing. My damage die. For 20 points of damage.
Again, still not as bothered as he should be.
Is this guy?
A demon lord.
Apparently. Action search.
Right, go for it.
Are you kidding me? A 2 to 1.
Oh, that's
bad.
And an 18 to hit, but I know what this fucker's gonna do, so I'm gonna use my superiority die to make that a 26.
26 does hit.
Wow. Damn.
For 23 points of damage.
Alright, 23. Alright. You see the dents that it start making in some of his armor, and you see some of the bruises already starting to show. But he seems resistant to most of what you're doing against him at the moment.
Yep.
Alright. That's it.
Yep.
His turn. It's going to be 18
Misses.
and 17.
Misses.
Yeah, so both of his attacks just miss.
Yep. That's great. That means I can shoot more at him.
Go for it.
Which I will.
Alright.
So 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Should be. Yeah, I haven't rolled a 19 yet, right? Nah. Because that's relevant. For 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. He takes another like bolt to the face, and he's kind of like swerving and trying to keep upright.
That ain't it, Chief. Oh, my rolls are so bad. Yeah,
It's
no.
lucky you have advantage.
Yeah, it doesn't help me.
Oh.
Missed twice.
Alright, is that it?
Yeah,
Huh?
that is it.
In that case, he is going to get more attacks. 15, luckily, and 9. Both of his attacks. The rapier flies by twice and doesn't hit.
Luckily, he also rolls terrible now. That's good.
Well, his rolls aren't terrible. He just has
Misses.
disadvantage on all of his
Yeah, well,
attacks.
that's natural 20 I don't like. That's true. See, yeah, well, my bolt pouch is also getting... Well, I still have bolts, so I'm gonna shoot. It's a 19 to hit.
19. He parries that bolt out of the way, and it
Must he be able to see it, though?
flies it. No.
Okay.
Echolocation, I told you.
Nope. And a 20 to hit.
20 does hit.
For 20 points of damage.
Yeah, 20 points of damage.
20,
Consistent.
20, 20.
That does seem to be
row.
enough. You hit him like right in the middle of the forehead, and he kind of just skids on his back out of the darkness. Just currently just like, oh. And he picks himself back up. I don't know where you are, but
Lowers
you
the
have
darkness.
won, and the darkness disappears.
He tries to like.
That's like a faint trickle of
knees.
it's like a faint trickle of blood coming out of his nose. He goes, "Good fight, and I bid you adieu." And he kind of walks
Yep.
away. He kind of nods at Dyla once again. She kind of confusedly sees him walk away. And he makes his way out of the Hero's Forge.
So,
What did they-
he won't be bothering you anymore.
Right. What do you... There was no gold or anything. I'm confused.
No, we had a little agreement.
Of course, Sure. Well, I don't know what happened, but you won. Congratulations, I think. I don't...
Yeah, I mean, probably was not the most exciting fight from your view.
It wasn't. But it was a fight nonetheless. Yeah, I don't know how I can tell that I experienced that, because I didn't see it.
Yeah, that people can see through that. I sometimes forget.
And you can? I am...
Yeah.
Great. Did you go to the school, or is this something that you've picked up somewhere else?
School. No,
I didn't think so.
no, I've never been through school.
Learning is badass, man.
Well, thanks. I'm pretty sure he's going to show up whenever the tourney comes, but until then I finally have some free time now.
Well, yeah, that's great. Free time is great.
But are you going to be having any free time anytime soon?
Well, my friends are doing something right now, and they're probably busy the entire day.
If you're not doing anything else, I invite you to stay here. You can possibly, I could possibly learn something from you. I don't know if that's a trick you can teach someone.
Seeing through the darkness?
That, or all the other stuff you've been doing with your bow.
I'm okay with that.
She's not here right now, but when she's back, she probably won't mind. She's probably going to be happy that you kicked that guy out. It was annoying the hell out of her.
I mean, I do have a room. I mean, should I?
No bother. Here, stay here for the day. If you don't have anything else to do.
Sure.
Right?
And that stays there for a day.
You and Dyla
Olivia's about everything.
You and Dyla spend the day. She's rather interested in the way you, your expertise with the crossbow. Oblivious to everything, you miss all of her remarks. And at the end of the day, she invites you to stay there, but her mom kind of over her shoulder kind of stands there, arms crossed, looking at you intently.
Can you repeat what you said last time? Because you gradually got more
That-
inaudible for me.
Dyla
I
does
think was my.
Dyla does invite you to stay for dinner, but her mom kind of stands behind Dyla for about 20 feet and just looks at you. Just stares into almost into your soul. She has this very much of a death glare in her face.
Is your mom okay with that?
I'm sure she's fine with it. She's always just brooding. She's not as bad as she seems.
I mean, sure, I won't mind.
Right?
Food.
You all notice Ned doesn't come back for food. I assume later you make your way back to the tavern.
Depends.
Well, it does depend, so... Go
I
for
mean,
it.
if she doesn't say more than that, then
She invites you over for dinner. The dinner is nice. You speak more. Dyla speaks about how you defeated Felipe. Eventually, the moment she mentions that in that story, it kind of comes to pass. Her mom kind of softens up and doesn't seem to be as much of a hard ass. They talk vaguely about, or vaguely, the conversation goes past things as wondering when the next journey is going to be. The mom at one point wonders if you would be joining. The kind of conversation goes about the business that they run here, and the day she kind of the mother kind of inquiries about the day you guys been having, and then Dala kind of responds with asking her mother what she's been doing, and the mother apparently has been going through some kind of campaign into hoping to finally reopen the Hero's Forge and make some money. So yeah, that's kind of where it goes about. At the end of the dinner, Dylas is the one that has to go up and clean up. I don't know if you would stay for that.
I mean, that would help.
Right. As you guys are both cleaning up, Dyla kind of standing there. You guys are working in this routine of like cleaning the dishes. She kind of goes, "So, what is your next step?"
It's super secret, but it's pretty cool and dangerous.
You're going to be like that? It's super secret and cool and dangerous, but you're not going to be telling me.
Well, I mean, it's a long story. It's probably boring.
I mean, if it really is a long story, I don't see a reason you wouldn't be able to tell it later.
I mean, yeah, it's long. I mean, I'll probably head off. Not sure. Your mom probably doesn't want me to stay around.
She kind of, Dyla kind of puts the stuff she was working with away and puts her hand on your shoulder and goes, "Well, her and I. She won't mind if you stay around." Her finger kind of twirls from the side of your head to your chin. I'd love to hear about all that you've done and all that you're going to be doing. And if you're really going to be leaving for such a long time again, I don't think it would be bad if you stayed a little longer.
Alright, a little longer, but I do have Billy home, the tavern.
Who's Billy? And kind of
My pet direwolf.
She goes interested in the conversation and then it kind of leads on, and eventually you trail off. You go over to her private quarters. She does bring a little bit of a fancy-ish wine that they hold in her cellars.
Yep. I mean, let's just say from there, the course goes.
You guys notice Ned is not there during dinner. And the next morning, as you all awake in the various locations that you stay in, you also notice that Ned is not at breakfast.
Oh boy.
But a day passes. Ned spent his day fruitfully as you encrypted the poisoning book. The day's once again yours. If there's anything you wish to do.
Oh boy.
Ned, do you make your way out before or after morning, sunrise?
Ned oblivious of everything, he probably would just after and would just say good morning to the mom if he sees her.
The moment you're there, the mom kind of goes,
Oh boy.
"Good morning. I did not expect you to still be here."
She said you were fine with it. I'm
no,
terribly
it's
sorry if you were not.
it's fine.
I'm willing to pay for the stay if that's.
I think it would be best if you left.
Say something wrong. I mean.
No, please leave. We'll see you again soon.
She's lovely. She's great.
I know.
Yeah, you raised her good.
Oh, you're terrible.
Ned none the wiser goes on.
You guys sitting at breakfast, noticing that Ned hasn't been there. See Ned walking into the tavern. Following day.
So, Ned, you've been away for quite some time.
Yeah, I was lost.
You were lost. Where?
Lost. I see.
Yeah, in this big city.
Can I insert check?
Inside check.
Yeah, sure.
Ned, make a deception check.
Hell yeah.
What's my insight again?
What's my deception?
Oh. Oh boy.
Man, that's a decent one. But that's not a great roll.
Oh, damn it.
Natural 20.
Oh, no.
Look it, you're
I-
like Ned's with a 3. Like Ned's so stupid he got lost.
Yeah.
Friedrich, you on the other hand, what does Friedrich hear? The couple of words that he gets whenever beating someone in inside check. What are the few words rumbling through your minds right now, indicating the truth?
Was she mad?
Ned obviously wasn't. Ned obviously wasn't in the city. He was with someone, and he's not sure if they're mad or not.
It's a she.
It's a she as well. He's been with a lady friend, and he's not sure why she's mad or not.
Why would
So
she be mad?
What?
What are you talking about?
Yes, what are you talking about?
No, nothing. Must have heard something. You must have had a rough, long night. Being lost and all.
Yeah, it was a long night.
So-
but you know, I'm used to sleeping
Yes,
outside.
sure you are.
So, you just walked around the city yesterday the whole day?
Net.
I just went to sleep somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Was, well, I'm sure you had a pleasant evening. At least you found your way back.
I mean, it was a good evening.
Figured. But you would be mad?
Why do you keep bringing that up?
Something
It's like sneak mad at you.
well, did Sneak return eventually, by the way?
Eventually, yes, she did.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Morel's also still in Ned's room, as far as you're aware. Ventra hasn't come out of hers yet.
You see Murmur?
Who?
Murmur.
Morel?
Don't say that too loud.
Oh, right. I think he's still in your room.
Probably should check that. Actually, I forgot completely about that.
Oh yeah. I'll be away for a bit, probably.
Why?
If you don't.
Where to?
I don't bring out the book, but I.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, do that.
I will
So I'll
see you
probably,
tomorrow
yeah.
then. Or later today.
Well, I can't teleport twice.
Don't do anything stupid while you're
So
gone.
tomorrow?
Hmm?
So you'll be back tomorrow, or will you be back today?
Tomorrow. If I can, I can still leave today, and then.
Maybe we should discuss the plans on what we're going to do now. Are we going to rescue the girl, the woman?
I thought so.
That was the plan, yeah.
I told Murmur about that one.
Now,
Okay.
why would you do that?
Now, my question is, did you also tell Dyla about that?
No. Right. Or did he?
I mean, that depends how much she pushes on.
In that case, I would like for you to roll I would say a wisdom saving throw to keep yourself from doing that.
For a split second, I thought you rolled a 3, but
No,
seeing
that's
your
me.
reaction, it's probably not that much better.
Wow.
That is a 3,
No,
but it's a
You can see the
1.
future.
Well, it's not a 3, it's a 1.
Oh, fuck.
I can see the future.
So,
I mean, it's a pretty cool story to tell, right?
whenever Dyla took off her armor and some additional clothing types, yes, Ned
Fine.
relayed all the information, but you are none the wiser.
Oh wow. Wow, I love this.
So, yeah, I'll be back in a bit, but yeah, I think it's better if we leave right after that. I don't want to
Like-
take this towards the fog.
So,
Preferably.
well, then after you come back, then we go to Lady Brida, and then we go.
Sounds good. I'm not sure. I
About?
wanted to take Murmur with me, but I'm not sure.
I mean,
No, I sort of told him that after I told him that, either he's gonna stay here and he's gonna until we've either done that thing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think I could bring him later, I guess, but it would be a hassle.
Well,
We'll
maybe
see.
We'll figure that out when
it'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Just
enjoy
don't
your.
die.
do you
Enjoy
take
your
Sneak with you, or are you going alone?
Oh yeah, she's joining.
Good.
She needs to see the same person as well. So
Ah,
Yeah. So how long are you gonna be gone?
till tomorrow, Ned.
till tomorrow.
The entire day?
I mean, I can't teleport twice. That's
No. So tomorrow morning then.
yeah, probably. I'll be annoying the guards there.
Sure.
Did you have the teleportation to Waker or Edura?
Waker.
Okay.
If
'Cause I
I
don't know, I would have to check, because I was pretty convinced that you said Edura in your eventual message.
no.
The question eventually was between Waker and Donskar. You're chosen Donskar. I think. Ooh. Oops. Waker. If you can find any.
No, was
Because that is of importance.
no, yeah. I'm looking at it now, but there isn't really. I'll take Donskar, and you said Idira, and they'll say, "Nah, I'm fine with my choices." So I think I took Waker as well, as one as well, because it would be logical if I would have
Okay.
gotten that. But I wouldn't. I don't have Idira then, obviously.
Let me check. Because being able to teleport there or someone else is important, especially for what you're going to be doing next.
Hmm.
Oh, we were speaking in the.
Yeah, I didn't say. I didn't say what my choices were, but they would have been these two.
Yeah, okay. Because I thought you had Edura for the teleporting there during this next thing you guys were gonna do. That's why.
Yeah, I think I had.
Oh wait, actually, I have it
Waker
written
and
here.
Idira.
I have it written here because I was figuring out the pricing for all the town halls. So I have here which one you already have. Friedrich known teleportation circles, Edura known, and Donskar known. That's what I have here.
No, I never said Idira.
Right. You're changing that after the fact, but then I'd have to adjust for that. Because I was figuring out which ones you would have, and how much the prices would be, but technically, because you haven't done it yet, I'll allow you to change it.
Well, I thought. No, I wouldn't have taken Adura.
Alright.
No. That was one of the options, though, but yeah, I didn't say that properly. Sorry.
That's fine.
Otherwise, I would have thrown a lot of soot in my plan.
Yeah.
In the plan. So, yeah, suddenly, oh yeah, I can teleport there. Yes.
Yeah. So
Is Sneak at the table right now? Because
No,
we're
she's not.
probably... Oh,
Good
where
start.
would she be?
she would still be up in your room.
Oh, okay. So, I'll be set to go soon, or I'll go over there soon. I'll be back as soon as you know it.
Of course. Where are you going exactly now?
To Waker
Of course.
to deliver the book.
Well, in that case, if you don't mind, I would enjoy being brought along for that. They probably want me back after my second failure. I need to make sure that I'm not in a bad position with them, because that would be detrimental.
Do you need me to put in a word or something?
I
like that?
don't think, with the messing around that you've done with the book, I'm not sure if I would want that. Especially not if I'm coming with you at this exact moment, and I'm going to be staying there and you are not. So I would prefer that is not the case. I will
Fair
speak
enough.
for myself, thank you.
Well, okay. Well, let's go then.
So you draw up the teleportation circle, you make your way over to Waker, you arrive in Waker. You go through a similar procedure with they wanting to know who you are. They note down who you are the moment you arrive in Waker. Just so they have a kind of an idea who passes through the teleportation circle there.
Mhm.
You haven't been here before. Waker is this massive Roman and Greek style architecture, massive port city basically. Having this one immediate massive eyesore, which is the building you're actually heading to, the Ministry of External Affairs, being a massive tower with strange side-hanging rooms and strange telescopes sticking out of the sides. It's this very, very odd steampunk-ish looking building in the middle of this Roman-style city. It's very odd. It's also easily the tallest building there. You also see that the very most top area of it slowly seems to be spinning, constantly, with a few more of those telescope style spyglasses sticking out.
So the divination school, right?
This is not the divination school. The abjuration school is in this city, but it's somewhere else. You eventually make your way on the inside. They're passing up some of the larger, some of the guards, dressed in they are dressed like Romans would be, with the large shield spears. You also see that there is a heavy military presence in general in this city, as you also notice now that Waker is mobilizing for war. You make your way to the inside of the building. Standing there currently, dressed in a simple purple tunic, a small set of spectacles on his head, the short brown hair, the slightly darker skin complexion. You see Mr. Thomas. Kind of stands there, looks up from his desk and goes, "Ah, it's good to see that you're back, and
Sure.
you have retrieved her. I would like
Of
the
course.
book, please."
I take out the book, get the rope out of it because I had found
Yeah.
it back myself again, and then put it on his desk.
He takes
There
it,
you
he opens it up and starts sifting through it. Is there anything in particular I would wish to know about this book before heading into it exactly? We're not sure what it does yet, but you have had some time with it.
It's from my understanding of it, it supposed to be a really strong poison. So, yeah, way stronger than I would have imagined.
The person who made this, are they dead?
Not sure. I did blow up that building.
Right. This person, who was it exactly, as far as you know? Their name,
No.
preferably.
Gnomish woman. It's called. Let's see. Have I had it somewhere? Daba? I think it was. It's been a while ago. I think Taba.
The name was Huba Nickelbender.
Kuba.
Huba.
Nickelback.
Beaters has told you this, so.
Yeah. Kuba.
That is it? Huba?
Kuba, Nickel Bender, Nickelback, Nickel, something Nickel.
Of course. We will do our own research into this. Thank you. Once the research has been conducted, you will be requested to return here. If it has been a success, the minister would most likely want to see you in personally, which is something he doesn't do often, but he has spoken his concerns about the presence of this book, in existence. So, thank you for your service, and we will be in contact in the future. Sneak, on the other hand, I would ask for you to follow me directly. Thank you and good day, Friedrich. And he kind of takes Sneak behind the sensor off into a room. The moment you say that, he kind of turns around and goes, yes?
I don't know if you would have a way of getting back quickly. Otherwise, I would have to wait a day.
We do not have an easy way of going back here. In Town Hall, they do, if you do have that kind of capability.
Well, no, I'll figure my way around.
Fair. And he kind of shuts the door behind them. Him and Sneak both disappearing. Friedrich.
Is there other person in this room?
There are a couple of guards, yes. There's a few workers who seem to be... No, my mistake. This building, it has a set of guards on the outside and a single set of guards on the inside. That's it. Apart from that, it's completely empty except for Mr. Thomas.
And are they in this room?
2 guards are. That's it. Now, also from this room, except for the door behind his desk, there seems to be no other exit to this room except for the main entrance.
Is there a way I could hide here?
No.
Okay. Could I walk through the door and then make myself invisible quick enough to get back?
As the guards are posted on either side of the door, that would be noticed.
Okay. Well, then I try to I'll wait around just a second, try to hear if there's anything going on, and then probably walk out.
You do hear some conversation, but it's inaudible to you.
Yeah. So I'll walk out.
Right.
And there's probably more guards on the outside. Right?
There's 2 guards at the door there.
Oh, okay. Is there a street nearby?
Yeah, this building is central to the city, but there are many streets.
Yeah, but an alleyway.
And yeah, sure. It's a big
Yeah.
city. You could easily find one of those.
I'll try to find an alleyway close by.
Okay.
Hide, turn invisible, and try to go back in.
Alright. The door is shut, and no one enters or leaves necessarily, so unless you can find a way through the door.
Well, not without getting seen, I think. Never mind then.
Alright.
I'll probably see that the door closes behind me and then wait a second, realize no one is going back in, bid the guards adieu, and then wander around the city a bit.
Do you sleep in the city?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me check.
I don't think I can cast this again, I suppose. I don't think I can't. No, I can't ritual. Can't use it as a ritual, so
No. Actually, isn't it?
no.
Then no.
It doesn't say on the card.
To stay around for a day for a modest lifestyle for the living expenses, you lose a single gold piece to be able to sleep here somewhere comfortably.
Oh, that's fine.
So you lose a single gold piece for that. Felix, I would like for you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
14.
14. Alright. Near the end of your stay there, when you stay in the tavern somewhere in the center of the city, there's this strange feeling, you're not sure what it is. You feel, now that you're alone here, you feel very uncomfortable. You feel like walking through as well, there were a lot of eyes on you. You feel very much watched while you stay in the city. It's an uncomfortable feeling. You kind of notice that at the end of the night.
I'll probably keep an eye out then.
Okay.
Try to sneak a message as well later in the day. Like,
Alright, what do you send?
how did your meeting go? Is it gonna be all right or?
She responds, as well as you could expect. They're not letting me go yet. Nothing good.
I'll send another message. Want me to get you out again or?
She again responds, I've this time very much recommend against that. Do not. Return to your business. I really hope they're not going to find out.
What was the last part?
I really hope they're not going to find out.
Wait, send another message. It's that's the third one.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what? What do you mean?
Your book.
She can respond. The thing you did, I probably shouldn't say it here. You don't get any more than that.
Well, so do I. I'll try to keep an eye out
Yeah.
to see if something
Sure.
happens tonight.
Make a perception check.
Oh shit. Think of. Oh yeah, dude. 6.
There's nothing there. The feeling might have just been you on your own again in a very long time.
Might be the voice.
Apart from that, Lockett and Ned, doing anything during this day?
Well, Ned does want to do something. And he wants to talk to Lockett about something.
Alright. What do you want to talk to
Birds.
Lockett about?
What?
Are you alone?
Well, yes.
You are, as far as you know.
Alright, Ned goes into the room and makes a perception check to see if there's anyone in the room.
Make a perception check.
$20.
There doesn't
That's a
seem
lot
to be.
better than mine.
What is this
No,
all
there's
about?
no- So, what do you do when somebody is mad at you, or like, how do you like make up something?
Depends. Why are they mad at you?
So last night I angered someone a little, and I'd want to be at the good side of that person because I feel like for the future that's gonna be better. But I don't know how to like.
Man or female?
It's a female, yeah. It's
Why are they mad at you?
I probably said something wrong. Yeah.
What did you say? Because I can't give you any advice when I do not know the situation.
I mean, does the context really matter? I'm just sort of like asking for how do you make something up?
I mean,
Is there like a specific routine for like if you screwed up in a certain way?
you can say sorry, but you can also buy flowers, buy dinner, maybe a date, or I have no idea.
It's not. No, it's not like that. It's the
Oh.
very opposite of that. I think the flower one is maybe a good idea. Yeah.
I mean, the sorry one is also a really good one.
Sorry, flowers. I mean, I don't know how to really give the sorry. I'll be honest. It's gonna be Yeah. Anyway, the flowers will probably.
You just say sorry, Ned. You say sorry.
So sorry, or you'll regret it.
I'm not sure if I should just say sorry.
You say sorry because I don't know what you did, but
I mean, were you close with your mom?
well, yeah. Why?
How is she on like, you know, if you talked with anyone or you know had someone sleep over or something?
You mean a boy?
Yeah.
Oh, what
Do you have
done?
experience with this?
No. What have you done, Ned?
Oh no, that's probably just a way specific question.
Purely hypothetical.
It's purely hypothetical, really. That's a big word.
Ned, did you sleep with someone?
What if I did?
And who is mad at you? She or the mother?
Her mom.
Definitely a sorry and maybe flowers, but
Yeah.
you didn't say
Sympathetic.
anything stupid to her, right?
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, when I sort of, I thought she was fine with it. Then I walked out and she saw me, and I was like, just good morning, and she looked mad and pissed. So I offered her to like pay for the room for
Oh, Ned.
staying there.
What have you done? And no, it's not a whorehouse.
No, of course not. That's not how I meant. What?
But
No,
that's-
that's not what I.
You don't pay a girl just like that.
No, I was gonna pay her mom for like
That
sleeping.
that makes that makes it worse, Ned.
I mean,
You really have to apologize and just say you didn't mean it. Not like that. Okay? Buy some flowers.
Yep.
Go to her house and say, I'm sorry for what I said and did.
All right. Yeah. I'll try that.
Yes?
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, thanks.
But was this a one-time thing? Or
What do you mean?
are you gonna with the girl?
I mean, what do you mean one-time thing?
That you know you sleep at her house?
Well, then I sort of promised to visit her more often when I.
Well, okay, now then go off, buy some flowers, do something nice.
Must this be specific sort of flowers, or is any flower fine?
God, I will come with you. And
I mean, you don't have to come with me.
and
but-
I go ahead with Ned towards like a flower shop or something.
Right.
Sure.
What kind of flowers are you buying?
Pretty flowers, colorful flowers.
Yeah, and that just goes with what Lockett says.
What kind of flowers does he buy?
Colorful flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers you have.
Oh god. Okay, so you buy flowers. I would say you lose about a silver. Ned.
Beautiful flowers.
Cheap.
Non-poisonous flowers.
So you buy a couple of very colorful flowers. You make your way to the Hero's Forge, I presume.
There I will leave him alone though.
Right. So Ned, you now have a bouquet of flowers.
Oh no, Lockett, stand behind the door and just whisper, "Don't say that."
I will keep close, but I will not invade his personal
Well, there's not a lot of people at the Hero's Forge. If you're going in, it's obvious.
Alright, well, Ned goes in specifically looking for, Dialis Mom.
Right.
I will sneakily follow him.
You see, make a stealth check.
Oh my god, this is gonna go terrible.
Roll a one.
Sorry for shagging your daughter.
That's 2. So, you walk into the Hero's Forge, you walk into the larger central stage area. You see currently near the central entrance where you've gone through, the mom's currently directing with a couple of, seem to be people that work in construction as they are rebuilding part of the seating arrangement there. You kind of approach and you see the mom kind of before righting herself, kind of making her way over to you, and she goes, "She's not here at the moment.
These are not for her, these are for you. That's so wrong.
I'm not exactly sure what your intentions are here, but
Well, I want to apologize for, this.
She kinda leans
last
back.
night, this morning. Yeah.
go on."
I thought it was all good, and I probably should have get to know you first a little more.
Right. Well, the apologies accepted. What are your plans for those?
With what?
And she kind of points over to the flowers you're holding in one hand.
Oh, those are for you. That was an apology. It's a gift.
Right.
That's normal, right?
She kind of takes it in certain circles, I presume.
Oh no.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
To be fair, I do not have a problem with anybody dating my daughter, although I do care, and I have heard the shenanigans that you and your group had done before in the Dawn District, so I don't need someone that's going to be sticking around here, annoying all that we are doing here, and then running off with my daughter. So, if you really want to prove your worth at one point, whenever we reorganize some of the tourney here, I'll be sure to write you in. And if you do not win, I will slap your ass so hard you'll never be able to sit on it again. If you do win, you'll have my respect. You think that's a good deal? I think that's more of an appropriate apology for the circles that we are conveying in here.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Well, I'll relay the message, and once we are beginning business here once again, I'd love to see you again. Until then, maybe keep your friend out of our business over there. I can see you.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're that's you. Are you trying to follow me?
Well, it was more that you wouldn't, you know,
I will
mess
be
it up
off.
again.
Good day. She kind of turns around and continues with her work.
Sorry, man. But it ended up good.
Flowers.
Let's go.
Maybe next time like a big broadsword or something. So,
Something dragon related.
did you want to do something next to that, Ned? Because you said you wanted to do something.
No,
That was the
That
thing?
was it.
Alright. Is there anything
Yeah.
you would want to do?
There was, but I can't remember. So no.
Okay. So
Maybe scry on someone?
you could do that.
I will scry on
Okay. Who are you scrying on?
I am scrying on.
one of her dead family members.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
probably.
Don't give him ideas, please.
They're all dead.
Well, they're all dead. We don't need to give them
No.
ID.
No, don't.
You can just tell me your relation to him. I know who it is.
Yeah, I don't think we need to give him IDs. I think he's come up with that himself.
Younger brother.
Ah.
Older brother, I mean.
Older brother you've seen before.
Younger brother.
Younger brother you have not.
Younger brother.
Alright, younger brother. Farewell.
Oh no.
You take some time to scry on your brother,
Mm-hmm.
and you stand on the reddish glass in the large dark void inside the scrying necklace now. How do I say this?
Okay.
You see not too far ahead of you an individual currently back turned towards you in the legs kind of crossed, currently seems to be working on something with his hands. You walk over and you see much younger but still alive, luckily, although there was a fear of you before. Your younger brother currently working on fletching on arrows. He seems to be wearing a very baggy, comfortable self-clothing under a suit of heavy brownish looking studded leather armor. He currently has a large longbow over his side. You see a vague idea of some kind of firelight brushing against his face from some distance. You hear inaudible voices and different sounds. He seems to be, from his sitting position, he seems to be looking up a lot. He is in conversation, regular conversation, just they're talking about their day, how his work is coming along, until one point he just continues on with the fletching of his of the arrows that he's making. He seems to be very much his fur, which you remember to be very like this darkish, dark wood brown color, is very much turned to this much paler, almost blonde looking brown color. Something indication of many hours of exposed to sunlight. There's a decent variety of scars on his body, as well as the armor that he's carrying. But he seems to be doing all right. He seems to be content. Yeah. He's got to give some more explanation on the bow. He's carrying this very long recurve bow. Where the lower side of the bow is normal, but the top extends far more than you could imagine a normal bow doing. This is one definitely made for outside, and it's a very heavy weapon, most commonly used during horseback riding. I mean, the extension of the wood gives him a lot more power and a lot more range.
Would it be like hunter's gear or more
No,
like...
this is war gear. This is not hunter's gear.
war scared?
Yeah. Make an intelligence check. Or history, up to you. Can't there be like a culture check? That would also be nice. History then. Make a history check.
8.
You have no idea where this is from.
What the fuck? Do I see something like an emblem, maybe?
He's not carrying any type of emblem.
Okay. Wow, yeah. Well, that's it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all wake up the next morning, feeling you can't shake that feeling of being watched, and you're more than happy to leave the city, making your way back to Danskar eventually. You all, yeah.
I will send a message to Sneak when leaving, when drawing the circle. Before drawing the circle.
Alright.
It's like, hey, I'll be leaving. I'll be leaving to tomorrow. I'll be checking in every once in a while with a message. Tell me if something. Try to tell me if something goes wrong. But okay. If you need help, ask me.
You get a response back going, I'm fine, just stay out of my head.
Okay. Then I'll teleport back.
Alright. Philly teleports back. All of you once again reunite. This is the last day of your stay in this
Ventra?
This is your last day of stay in this specific establishment, unless you wish to pay for a longer period of leaving your stuff here. But we can get to that. If you don't wish to leave, you can just pay later. You have noticed that Ventra has not left her room in the past 2 days. She hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, that's odd. And I just probably would knock for a confirmation of life.
There is a response. Going. Just give me some time.
Yeah, that's yep. More time.
Sorry, I missed something. Ned. During your sleep. 1 second.
I'm gonna get.
Yeah. So, oh, that's not right. Get you right up there. Alright. So, Ned.
Yeah.
While you're sleeping, you have this dream, right? Mm-hmm. You find yourself walking through endless tunnels of this cavernous-like system. Eventually, finding your way to crawl into this. It looks like a large stone stalagmite that's rising up from the ground, but it's massive. It almost looks like this large fortress. You make your way inside, and on the inside there's a couple of tunnels that go in different directions, but they all end up in rooms where there are no stairs. They all lead with large holes in the floor and the roof to other rooms, and you kind of find yourself standing there. There's no one around you. It feels like you've been walking for hours, and there's just no one there, and you find yourself in this very odd space. What would you like to do?
Now we just call out.
And
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello? Kind of echoes through the tunnels.
Mr. Goblin?
Kind of goblin. Echoes once again, but nothing.
Ned pulls out the hand crossbow if he can.
And you attempt to summon the crossbow and it disappears in your arms.
Does the eye do anything?
The eye is in front as normal. Doesn't seem to be any more or less reactive than it is normally.
That's a bummer. Then we just wander around,
Right.
keeping an eye out for anything.
You wander
Or
around, you sometimes climb up through one of those holes in the roof, or another one you climb down. It's all empty everywhere, until after what seems to be ages. You eventually walk into this darker room where there's no vague sense of light. And you step inside, and the moment you step inside, the center of the room starts glowing. There's this organic looking orb that seems to be glowing with a faint yellowish light from the inside. Lighting up the area around you and your own face and body, you see multiple of these carapace-like pods in which you've seen the goblins sit before. You see in this room a couple, but all of them are empty except for one, the one that's on the opposite side of the room. You make your way over there, and in that pod, still made of this strange carapace-like material, you see the goblin currently in some type of slumber, in there.
Ned would try to get him out.
Right. You try to find a way to get into this and get him out. There's something that's withholding you from actually pulling it out. He seems to be almost from the neck and across his back stuck with some kind of saliva. You're not exactly sure, but you're not able to get him out. And whilst you're working on that, you hear this voice resonating throughout all the other tunnels, and it kind of echoes in the same way that your voice did not too long ago. And it takes a while, you can guess a good few minutes, maybe hours, while you're working on trying to get him out, as it reverberates through the halls there, but doesn't become clear enough to hear, until at one point, after all that time, it does become audible. You hear this voice going, "You're so alone." And whilst he's saying that, still working on trying to get this goblin out, this goblin changes faces. The entire body shifts, shaping in different personas. You see the older man you saw in the fancy robes back to the goblin, then it switches to Duzar, it switches back to you're holding Alpha in your arms, until that once again shifts and you see this strange, smaller, dark-skinned gnomish figure, the ones you've also seen once before in the reflection mirror. It shifts again. You see Roland, Cajun, Virtue, eventually Thyrus, before the person sitting in there completely disappears. And you hear the voice once more resonate through the entire hallway. "No one to trust. You have no friends there. All you find is betrayal that will lead to your own destruction. You bear the fruits of your journey. You hold great power, thanks to me. but a debt must be repaid. Your old friend and I are in great danger. Resume your journey. Return. It's kind of when the voice stops speaking, waiting. Somehow the glow kind of fades slowly, almost to an inexistent bit of light. But it's still there. You're left in that room. Sometimes you hear the vague slushing of water.
And that goes towards where the light comes from.
Alright, you see the large orb made of the same organic material that most of the pods are made out of.
Is there something inside of it?
On the top, it seems to be having this very heavy carapace-like lid to it, almost like it's containing something.
Can like try to pull it off, or
Right, sure, make an athletics check.
actually that's 23.
23. You stand on the side, you grab it, you turn it, it has this large, gnarly, grinding sound as eventually it falls to the side, still halfway leaning on it, but now exposing the inside area. It seems to be coming from this water that has this vague glow at the bottom. It seems to be almost bottomless, but that's where the glow's coming from. And through it, you see all these tiny creatures moving through it. Just ever so slightly like small fish, just swiveling their way past. And once you open it up, you once again hear, "Your old friend and I are in great danger. Resume your journey and return." And now, still looking in that bowl, all the smallish fish there kind of come to a stop, some like drift apart slightly.
I mean, what do you mean danger?
The dead march on our home. Save us, join us, and never be betrayed again. And you still standing there, you see at the bottom of the light, there's this vague, almost snake-like texture. There's multiple snakes laying on top of each other. It kind of starts pulling you towards it. Eventually you tumble in, and the moment you tumble in, you see this, the bottom of this seems to be almost like a large, strange orange or pink-like gray matter. Some kind of elements of it remind you of a large brain, but before you fall through that, everything turns black. You land your feet, you hit the stone ground, once again standing in this large open space. You look around you, you see the massive stalagmite-like fortress that you've walked into before. But now you hear the very faint rumblings of footsteps. And all the way across the horizon, in this endlessly large cavern, you see human-like shapes moving towards you. Eventually, faces come appearing to you. You see, in front of you, see an undead version of Alpha, Roland, the gnome, the goblin, Locket, Friedrich, Ventra, Virtue, and then you also see one, which is Thyrus, that kind of dashes towards you, holding this long sword in his grasp. He slashes at you. You try to raise the crossbow, but it's not there. And the moment it hits, it's supposed to hit your skin, you wake up.
All right. That's
And
the dream.
that's what you had. With that, you do wake up the next morning, and
Oh.
there you go. So you do wake up the next morning. You all find yourselves eventually at the door of Ventra's room. But actually stay out and give her some time. Is there anything you wish to do with this day? Anything?
Have I already returned, by the way?
You have returned, yes.
Oh, okay. So I will probably want to talk to them about. Okay, so since Ventura is not coming out, how was your guys' day has been? Mine was interesting.
Well, fine. But like Ventra is in her room all the time. Actually, since we came back from Newcastle, and she won't come out.
The bigger dude recognized her or something, right? I didn't really catch that. I was.
I was
drawing.
kind of busy with other things, so.
Well, we'll just ask her when she, comes out. I would like to say, but we
Yeah.
kind of wanted to go.
Yeah. So I think I will go. Or does any one of you want to talk to her?
Sorry, what?
Maybe one of us should talk to her.
Yes.
But do you guys want to talk to her, or should I?
I've other things in my mind.
Yes, so do I actually.
Well, then I will go talk to her.
Right. So you make your way over to Ventra's room,
Mhm.
knock on the door once again. And as Ventra's not here, we'll see what the response is next Friday.
Yeah.
So, that's where we will be ending the episode. All of you have your things to unpack. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for coming out to watch. We will be picking this up this Friday, but before that, we'll also have the DM's podcast this Wednesday, so don't forget to come back for that as well. So, thank you all for coming out. If you liked it, don't forget to follow this channel. There's a lot more where that came from. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for playing. And we will see you again this Wednesday, and after that on Friday. Goodbye.
Bye.